believe it has taken this long for me to finally show you all how to make lasagna. Lasagna is something that I grew up eating. It was something that my grandmother used to always make. It's something that my mom used to always make. It's a really great dish to have in your fridge for convenience and just going in there. And after a long day, if you're tired and you're like, oh, I really don't want to cook today, it's there. It's ready for you. It's delicious. And you can serve it for the whole family. Today's lasagna is going to be extra special because for the very first time, I have a very special sous chef coming in today. Drum roll, please. I introduce to you our niece, Camilla.
Hi.
Camilla is in the house. Camilla, how old are you? Why don't we tell everyone?
I'm 13.
13, and I'm close in age, sort of, if you flip the numbers around. Today, I'm going to be showing Camilla how to make sort of a lasagna that it's kind of like a hybrid between two different ones. So today, we're going to be making one with both meat and vegetables. You always find like there's meat lasagna recipes, then there's vegetable lasagna recipes. What about the people like us who like meat and vegetables?
It's like a great combination.
It's a great combination. I think so too. So the very first thing that you want to do in making the lasagna is make the sauce. The sauce is going to be just like a very basic tomato sauce. For our tomato sauce today, Camilla is working away on the garlic. She's getting it going. Yes. You're going to need 4 garlic cloves. We're going to mince them up. You're going to want 1 large pot. You just want to cover the bottom with some olive oil. Before you turn that heat on, we are going to add in those 4 minced garlic cloves, as well as about 8 large basil leaves. Then turn that heat onto medium and allow the garlic and the basil to just kind of infuse that oil before we add in our crushed tomatoes. Camilla, what did you just say? What was one of the best smells?
One of the best smells is just like the garlic and the oil. You can just smell it. Just like, it's so good.
Yes, it is. You're also going to need 2 cans of crushed tomatoes. These are 28-ounce cans. Once it starts to become aromatic in your kitchen and smell really good, you're going to add in those 2 cans of crushed tomatoes. We're also going to add in just a pinch of kosher salt. Lastly, we'll throw in that Parmesan rind. So the Parmesan rind is super important for a sauce. You know, obviously we can grate the rest of the Parmesan and we'll use that part of it as well. But the rind is going to come in and kind of flavor our sauce. Bring that to a bubble and then let it simmer. Once you get that sauce going on that stove, and while that sauce is kind of simmering, we're gonna get all the other ingredients ready. We just got our tomato sauce over on the stove. It is now simmering. It has a little lid with just the smallest opening. And I was just telling Camilla, just to allow the aromatics of the sauce to kind of go into the air, make that whole house smell good.
It smells like really cozy, you know?
It smells cozy. It does. It smells cozy. So the tomato sauce is for part of the lasagna, but we're also going to be adding in a pesto. The pesto is kind of the second sauce or component that's going to be a part of our vegetable and meat lasagna. You're going to want about 4 to 5 cups of fresh basil. Throw it all in. You're also going to want 1 garlic clove, the juice of 1 lemon. Show them what you were just doing.
So you just roll it?
And by just rolling it just a little bit, a few times back and forth, helps release the juices of the lemon, the lime, whatever citrus you might be working with, as well as 1 cup of raw pistachios. We're going to mix that all together with some Parmesan cheese, a little bit of olive oil, a little bit of salt, get that blended together, and then you can just let that pesto sit as well as we continue to make the layers of the lasagna. It's that time of year, so like now is pesto season. So make some pesto, put it in the fridge. So our pesto is now made. Why don't you try that? Let me know if it needs some salt.
Actually, it tastes like really good.
It actually tastes really good. Did you hear that? I hope so. So our pesto is now made. The tomato sauce is simmering away. My sous chef, Camilla, over here, she's adding in about 3 tablespoons of olive oil into a medium saute pan. The next thing that we're going to do for our lasagna is make the meat. So the meat is going to be mixed with our pesto, and that's going to be kind of 1 layer of our lasagna. We're going to raise that pan with the oil that she just added to about medium-high heat. Once that oil is nice and fragrant, we are going to add in our 1 pound of ground turkey, and we have 1 pound of mild Italian sausage. About a half a teaspoon of kosher salt and half a teaspoon of pepper. We're going to cook the 2 together, and then we're going to set that meat aside, mix it with some pesto, and that's going to be 1 layer of our lasagna. It's going to be nice and flavorful. The ground turkey and the Italian sausage that Camilla has been working on over there is just about cooked through. So once your ground turkey and your sausage is cooked through, you can take it off the heat, set it aside, and just let it chill until we are ready to assemble our lasagna. So we got our squash and our zucchini. The easiest way to do this is just to slice off the very top and the very bottom. And then you can stand the vegetable upright and you just want to do nice small strips. We're going to slice up 3 medium zucchini, 2 squash, season both sides with some salt and some pepper. And then we're going to get them over on our grill pan, which we have over on the stove, just with a little bit of olive oil. We're going to get them going on both sides, get some nice grill marks going. Okay, so Camilla is over here. We just sliced up our zucchini and our squash. We cut them into nice little strips. Camilla is going over it with some kosher salt, just making sure that all of them are kind of seasoned. Same thing with the black pepper. And then we have our medium grill pan over on the stove over medium-high heat. Once that pan with some oil is nice and hot, we're going to throw in the zucchini and work them both sides so they get those nice grill marks. As we grill up the vegetables, I like to have a plate with some parchment paper. So just make sure you have a plate next to your medium saute pan. And as you cook the zucchini and the squash, we'll add them to the parchment paper and continue to layer that parchment paper in between the zucchini and the squash. Our zucchini and our squash are finally all grilled. We set them aside. In a large mixing bowl, we have 1 pound of ricotta cheese. We are adding 1.5 cups of grated parmesan into that bowl. Did you get a good arm workout in?
That was definitely my arm.
Yeah, grating cheese is always an arm workout. So to the ricotta and the parmesan cheese, which we have in that bowl, we are going to crack in 1 egg. Let's see the skills. Go ahead. Nice. 1 egg in there. You're also going to add in about 2 tablespoons of milk. If you have unflavored milk, non-dairy milk, anything like that, and then whisk that with a spoon. And that's going to be our ricotta cheese layer. The very first thing you're going to want to do when you have this tray, just pour like a tablespoon or 2 of olive oil into your pan. And you can use your fingers to kind of rub it around. You want to make sure that everything is nice and coated. Once you've lined the lasagna tray, then you can get all of the layers ready for the lasagna. So what Camilla is doing is adding in that pesto that we made earlier in with that ground turkey and that mild Italian sausage. We're going to mix that all together, and then you can set that aside as well. We've made it to the assembly process.
The pasta's finally done.
So we cooked it about 6 minutes, so it's able to kind of maneuver a little bit, which is perfect for the assembly. The first thing you want to start with is the tomato sauce and then the noodle. And then we're going to add in our ricotta and parmesan mixture, our meat that is mixed with the pesto, the zucchini, mozzarella, and then we start again with the sauce, okay? So that's the order that we go in. We're going to start to assemble it. Once we're filled to the top, we will pop that tray into the oven, cook it at 375 degrees for 35 minutes. Let's assemble some lasagna. You got this?
Yeah. Got it.
Let's go. So as you add in that ricotta and parmesan mixture, you just want to make sure with the back of the spoon to gently and easily kind of spread that mixture across nice and evenly before you continue to add in each layer by layer. The sun is starting to
set.
The sun is starting to set. The lasagna, we just finished it off with some freshly grated parmesan right on top, as well as some mozzarella. That oven is at 375 degrees. You just want to cover the top with some foil. And the reason why, you don't want the lasagna to dry out. So we're going to cover it up with some foil, put it in the oven, set a timer. Everyone's oven's a little different, so 35 minutes, and then there will be nothing else to do but eat. Yes! We're back in our street clothes. Our aprons are gone. Camilla let her hair down. She said, I've had enough of this kitchen. I'm just kidding.
We're ready to eat.
Yeah, we are ready to eat. That is for sure. We just took our lasagna out of the oven. It was in the oven for 35 minutes at 375 degrees. For the final minute, I always like to turn the broiler on, and the broiler will just raise that heat, and it allows for that top of that cheese to just finish out and get nice and crispy on the top. Camilla, what did you think about the whole lasagna process? Did you think, is this something you're going to do in the future?
I think I definitely want to do this again. I should not know how much work went into it.
It's a lot of work, but You will have a lot of leftovers. It's a great meal prep. And if you are trying to feed a large group of people and you have a few extra hours on hand, I would definitely suggest trying out this recipe. I think we got to slice into it and go for a bite. Let's do it. And here we have it, our lasagna. You can actually see the layers.
See all the colors.
All the colors. It's really beautiful and well worth the wait. Camilla, thank you so much for being my first guest. She's my first guest ever in the kitchen, and you crushed it. You're welcome anytime. In the meantime, it's dinner time, guys, so we gotta dive in. Camilla, do you want to do the honor of trying a bite?
Of course.
Yeah, get in there.
So good.
It's so good. Yes. Really?
It's
You
actually
love it?
really good.
All right, you heard it here, guys. Go try it out for yourself. Hit that subscribe button if you're not subscribed to my channel. Like this video. It's been a pleasure. Thank you so much. It's time to eat some lasagna.
All right.
Enjoy it.